figs are easy to grow. Yes, I said it. But first, let me show you my resume. I bring you my Bambino fig. This is a miniature version, smaller. Bring you Notorious FIG, my large baby. She's on the patio. Look at these leaves. I cut her multiple times. She is clearly thriving. Meet her sister, also thriving in this atmosphere. A cutting, propagation happening. Here is another one right here. Here is another one right here. And another one right here, thriving. This is actually a double. See, we kind of get all into this little jungle. This is like a jungle right here. But yes, okay. Now that you've seen my resume, here's time for the tips. Stop treating your plants like furniture, putting them in the dark corner like they're not a living thing. Okay, let's start with soil. If you're a beginner or you're advanced, I use Miracle-Gro Cactus Palm or any basic cactus palm soil like this. Let me tell you, you're gonna take it from the bag into the plant or the pot. That is it. If you're advanced, all you're gonna do is mix cactus soil with orchid bark and perlite. That is it. Stop making it so complicated. Literally in here right now is Cactus Palm Miracle-Gro with a little perlite mixed on top. That is it. This has been my system for the past 2 years, and you clearly see my plants are thriving. Now, with the soil, I'm gonna go to the next point, which is drainage. Be sure your pot has holes in them. You know, these are holes. Some drainage, because you want your plant to have well-draining soil, hence the Cactus Palm Miracle-Gro. Well drainage, because you do not want your plants sitting in water. You don't want your plant sitting in water. Your plant sitting in the water is like kryptonite to Superman. It's the depth of them. So step 2 is having a pot with well-draining soil, and it has drainage holes in them. Keyword, drainage holes. If you're like, what's a drainage hole? Let me show you. Okay, just for this example, here is a pot with drainage holes. Now, if your pot doesn't have holes in them, just drill them in. But this is great for circulation and drainage so that your plant does not get root rot, because if it's sitting in water, it's just all bad. So this is what a drainage hole pot looks like. I got this off Amazon. You can get them from Home Depot. You can get them anywhere. Or you can buy a basic plant pot and drill some holes in the bottom. Simple. Now the third thing is lighting. 80% of the reason why people's fiddly figs die is because of the lighting issues. You guys have them in cute little dark corners because it looks chic or it looks feng shui or it matches the ambiance, but this is a living thing. With no light, it's not gonna grow. So you can get grow lights. I choose the indirect light from the natural sun. So you see how, right, this is the perfect time too. This is like the golden hour. You see how the light is indirectly hitting the leaves? The leaves is soaking it up like, So you want to have indirect lighting so that your plants can get the proper lighting. You don't want direct. Direct lighting, your plants are going to burn. Let's be honest, they're going to burn. Indirect. But the key is light source. So if you don't have a window that you can put it next to, get some lights, get some grow lights, get some Amazon lights. So now if you want to know the grow lights I use, Sandside. They're not even sponsoring me. I bought these myself. These are the most inexpensive, high-end luxury lights you can buy, and I have no issues with them. So if you don't have a direct light source, create one. Go on Amazon, order some grow lights, problem solved. But do not put it in a dark corner because it looks good. The plant is gonna die. Your leaves are gonna fall. So be sure you have a great indirect grow light source. Okay, so say you wanna put your fiddly fig outside. FYI, these trees grow amazing outside. But the problem is you gotta acclimate it to outside. So don't instantly put the tree outside. You gotta slowly put it closer and closer to the sun, to the window, and then slowly push it towards the outdoors. Meaning like if you have a bench or a patio outside, put your tree there. And just FYI, some of the leaves are gonna burn. But the new ones growing in, they're gonna acclimate to the sun and they're gonna be fine. So it's possible to take your fiddly fig from indoors to outdoors. It just gotta go through the acclimation process, and yes, you're gonna lose some leaves, but the ones that are gonna grow in from there will be perfectly fine and they'll be thriving like no other. I like them indoors though. Okay, let's talk circulation, but first let me turn this off. You probably can't hear me. It is okay to have air circulating in the vicinity of your fiddle leaf fig, but do not have direct air on your tree. Let me say that one more time. Don't have direct air, cold, hot, I don't care, on your tree. They don't like it. Indirectly, you can have circulating air. Yes, it's going to prevent a lot of, flies, gnats, disease, mold. It's key, but don't have it directly on your plant. Simple. Let's talk watering before I get it all over me. The key and rule of thumb is you want to water your plant once a week. But let's make your life more simple. There are hundreds of plant apps. I use one called Planta. Planta, please sponsor me. I'm talking about y'all all the time. But depending on what app you choose, you can plug your fiddle leaf into the app. It's going to create a watering schedule. Therefore, you're not like, is it time to water? Let me check the soil. You don't have to do any of that yet. Now, let me say the conditions might be different everywhere you are, but on a rule of thumb, once a week, plug your fiddle leaf fig into the app. It's going to create a watering schedule. It's going to tell you when to water your plant. Your plant's going to be happy. You're going to be happy because your life is simple. You know when to water, just like it's going to send you a text. Boom, you're going to see a thriving plant. Your watering schedule is key. It is key, but you want to be sure your soil is dry. Hence why we have a well-draining soil. Hence why we have holes in our pot because the water will come out. I'm telling you, all these tips are going to add up to you have thriving plants. I'm telling you. All right, here is the final tip that's going to give you a crazy, amazing jungle, and you see it, fertilization. Simple and easy. This is from Home Depot. Shake and feed. Shake this on top of your plant once a month. Boom, job is done. Simple. Now, let me tell you, if you follow these steps, I guarantee you're going to have thriving fiddle leaf figs, and it's going to kill this idea of, oh my God, figs are so hard to take care of. No, they're not. Follow these simple tips, and you'll have a thriving fiddle leaf fig jungle just like mine. And I love y'all, man. Be sure y'all subscribe. Be sure y'all comment below. Comment. Do you have a fig? Let me know. Where are you from? Do you have a fig? Have you struggled with your fiddle leaf fig? And did these tips help you? And if you learned something, I love y'all. Until next time, we're going to keep dropping these bangers. All right, peace.